The Georgia Bulldogs have something special in five-star quarterback commit Gunner Stockton. I was able to see him up close and personal this past weekend where he dominated the Corky Kell 7-on-7 tournament in Roswell, and I've got the highlights to prove it, so let's jump right in. These first two throws were the first throws that I actually saw when I got to the stadium. It was at Kings Ridge High School. I walk up, and Gunner Stockton throws two bombs to the end zone. One of them a rope right down the middle of the field, and the other one was a nice, pretty deep ball over the top that he connected on. He was pushing the ball downfield the entire day. They only lost one matchup, and it was to a really tough Johns Creek team later in the tournament. But these first few games, he was unstoppable. He did throw one pick in the first game, but after that, the ball rarely touched the ground, and he was zipping it all over the field. Now, he's not the biggest guy, as you can see, about 6'1", 220. He's listed at 6'1". I'm probably going to give him 6 foot. He was about my height, but the arm strength is there. The accuracy was there all day, and as you can see by some of these clips, he made a lot of different throws. He throws really well to his right, not as effective when he's throwing to his left. That's something that he's going to have to work on a little bit. But he's a guy that I've seen a lot this spring. I saw him up close and personal during the 7-on-7 stuff with Hustle Inc. Earlier this spring. I went to a bunch of practices and got to see how he has progressed over the years. And he's a big-time prospect. It's easy to see why he's a 5-star guy. He makes the right decisions. Again, he doesn't turn the ball over. And he throws guys open. He throws with anticipation, and the footwork is what really impressed me early on. After watching his freshman film a few years ago, I couldn't believe that this guy was so mechanically sound and moved so well in the pocket. And again, if you don't know much about him, not only can he make all the throws and throw for 1 billion yards if he needs to, he can win games with his arm, but he is such a good runner. He's incredibly mobile. He's thick in the lower body. This guy is going to be really, really tough to tackle at the next level. He's a guy who can bounce off tackles. But he makes plays. He's got some Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield in him, where if a play breaks down, he can kind of scramble his way out of it, continue to look downfield, and make a throw. And you're not going to see that type of stuff with these clips here with just 7-on-7. But go back and watch the film from last year. The guy just made play after play. As a junior last year, threw for 3,128 yards, 45 touchdown passes. He also ran for close to 1,600 yards. I think he came at 1,581 and 26 more touchdowns. I cover recruiting. I'm not a math guy, but I think that adds up to 71 total touchdowns on the year. I don't care what level of ball you're playing. You account for 71 touchdowns. You're the real deal. I mean, you know what you're doing and you can make plays. So at the end of the day, yeah, he doesn't play against the best competition up there at Rabun County, but it's not like he's got 4 or 5-star linemen blocking for him. He doesn't have a 4 or 5-star running back. He doesn't have D1 receivers. So it is mostly him doing the work. And he does have a great team and guys make plays around him, but it's not like he's got some monsters up front blocking for him, making it that much easy for him. The guy's just a playmaker, and he was very good in this tournament. Again, he's not the biggest guy. He doesn't have the longest arms, but that kind of helps his quick release. He gets the ball out quickly. Before the snap, he kind of knows where he's going. As you can see, he kind of stares down some of his receivers, especially going deep. And it's not because he doesn't know how to look off the safety and go through his progressions. It's because he knows that guy is supposed to be open, and he's just waiting for the right time to deliver the ball. But if you're a Georgia fan, you have to be very happy. This is a guy who kind of a prodigy. I heard about him in 8th grade. He has been trained with some of the best in the country. Tony Ballard being one of them, one of the more respected quarterback trainers in the country. That's who coaches him with Hustle Inc. And then that's a guy who's been working with Gunner for a long, long time. So again, he does everything well. Again, he's not the biggest guy. Doesn't play against the best competition. But as you can see with some of these throws, he can dissect a defense, and he can move the ball down the field. He can push it deep. He can hit the intermediate routes. He's great with the short underneath passes. Again, he can run. The guy's rushed for 3,416 yards in his 3-year career. He's rushed for 62 touchdowns. And then, with his arm for his 3-year career at Rabun County, 9,518 yards, 122 touchdowns through the air, 16 interceptions through the first 3 years, just through 4 last year with those 45 touchdowns. The guy's a scoring machine. He finds the end zone, and I do think that he would do really well in this Todd Monken offense where you can spread out and give him 4 receivers to go through, and if there's nothing there, scramble and make a play with his feet. That's what he does best, and that's how he hurts defenses. But he hurt them a lot in this Corky Kell 7-on-7. Just he can nickel and dime a defense down the field, or he can push it deep, like you've seen for a few of these clips now. But again, you're not going to see these clips really anywhere else. You might see 1 or 2, but what you're seeing right now, these are throws that no one else has, no one else has seen but you. So I was the only media guy there for a few of these games that I saw last weekend. So these are clips that not everyone is going to be able to see or find anywhere, but right here. Of course, everything you need to know about Gunner and the rest of the 2022 class is over on Dawg Post. But again, I've seen him multiple times this spring. He continues to get better and better and better. He's not perfect, and he is going to throw some interceptions. He is, a gunslinger after all. He's going to throw it into tight windows. He's going to give his receiver a chance to make a play. So the interceptions are going to come, but he's going to get in the end zone and make more plays than not. Actually, a lot more plays. So again, he's far from perfect, and I still would probably take Brock Vandagriff over Gunner Stockton if I had to pick between the two. But Gunner's a playmaker, and you're not going to see him, run the ball in these clips. But the arm is there, the accuracy is there, the footwork. A lot of people will complain about it. I put some of these clips over on Instagram and on Facebook, and the internet coaches ran wild. He should have done this. He should have done this. Blah blah blah. But none of them were as good and talented as Gunner Stockton. The guy does know what he's doing. It might not look pretty or flashy all the time, but the guy gets the job done. There's a reason he's a 5-star, at least in my eyes. I think one of the other sites dropped him to a 4-star. Still probably a high 4-star, but maybe that has something to do with the size. But the film on Friday nights and the camp circuit, the 7-on-7 tournaments, in my eyes, definitely make him a 5-star prospect. Guys, I really appreciate y'all watching this video as always. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And for the latest on Gunner Stockton and the rest of Georgia's 22 class, head on over to Dawg Post. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.